Hello everyone, Mushroom King here, and welcome back to Pokemon Showdown. However, today, it is finally, the return of custom movesets. Yes! Finally. I've been trying to get some ideas together so I can have a couple backed up to when I start this, and I finally got a few, and I thought I'd start off with one of my favourite movesets that I wouldn't say I created, but I have no knowledge of anyone else creating. So in my mind, I came up with this idea, even though other people probably have as well, myself, if that makes sense. And it is the Rocky Helmet effing cow Miltank set, and it is an absolutely brilliant set. The third one I'll get into a minute ago, in a minute rather. But these two are the main set here. So we have Rocky Helmet Miltank. It is a defensive Miltank set, physically defensive, obviously, for the 105, physical defense. The ability you want to be running on a defensive Miltank is Thick Fat or Sap Sipper, depending on what tier you're playing in. If you're playing in OU, it could be a good idea to run Sap Sipper to counter Ferrothorn and Superior mainly. However, Thick Fat still works better because you've got the harder hitters in the higher tiers. Like in RU, you have Houndoom. I think UU or OU, I don't know where Glaceon is now. You've got the ice types, and if you've got Thick Fat, you can take special hits from fire and ice type Pokemon a lot better. Because, you know, half damage. Half damage, that's crazy. As for the moveset, you want to be running 3 moves for standard. That's Seismic Toss, Thunder Wave, and Milk Drink. Because you've got the Rocky Helmet, Milk Drink is a must have. If you're going to run a different, like, attacking move or something, Seismic Toss is good because it's just, it will always do base 100, it will not base 100 damage, it will always do 100 health points of damage because of your level. But if you've got to make sure you run Milk Drink. If you run leftovers on this thing, it kind of loses its effect. Like, the good thing about Miltank is it can take so many hits and heal up with Milk Drink so easily that it can actually deal more Rocky Helmet damage than normal damage if you play like the set correctly. So you want to be able to Thunder Wave things, and then you can Milk Drink safely because they'll either get a power or they're slower than you, and then they hit you back, and you can basically hit Milk Drink until you get the chance of a power. I know it sounds a bit gimmicky, but sometimes you have to do them things, or you just chance a Milk Drink because it's naturally fast based 100 speed, so it's a good thing to use. The other variant you could be using is, instead of Heal Bell, run Stealth Rock. Again, it depends on the defensive core of your team. If you're playing in something like NU, where the other defensive core of your team is a Sand Slash, then you want to be running Heal Bell. Because Sand Slash will get access to Stealth Rock and Rapid Spin, so therefore you don't need another Rock User on your team. It's pointless, you want the Heal Bell because you need a Cleric. However, if you're playing in something like RU and you have a Defogger you have a Pokemon on your team that has Defog but can't learn Stealth Rocks, then you want to be running the Stealth Rock set, depending on what you prioritize Cleric over hazards. Although I did a session recently where I made a team, I don't know if I did a session on it actually, where I had a Aromatisse and a Miltank. So the Aromatisse had the Aromatherapy that took the Cleric role, and the Miltank had the Stealth Rocks. I do prefer using the Heal Bell variant, but sometimes I wanted to use the Miltank again, and it rolled out that way. The other Miltank set I've got sitting here is the other defensive variant that I've seen most people use. Like, people don't usually use the one that I am showing here. Most people use this one, which is Body Slam, Stealth Rock, Heal Bell, and Milk Drink. Rocky Helmet or Leftovers are interchangeable. I don't really pay attention to what item the people are using. I just remember most people have both Rock and Heal Bell, and use Body Slam for the paralysis. The reason I think this is a bad idea is because if you're relying on a 30% paralysis chance, and if you've been watching any of my videos recently, the amount of Scold spam that's been going on between me using it on people and people using it on me and barely getting any burns on a 30% chance, like, I wouldn't trust any move that says 30% at the moment. So that's just a personal thing for me. This set, I would say, is decent, but it's not as good as these two if you're going to be running a defensive set. The other thing I would like to point out about Miltank is it's got base 80 HP, and in NU that's not considered that bad. Base 100 speed, you stick a Life Orb on this thing, you still got Milk Drinker's recovery, you could run a physical attacker. Like, the moveset it gets, let's just quickly run down, it gets the Elemental Punches, it gets all 3 of the Elemental Punches. It gets Zen Headbutt, it does get Body Slam, which is a stab, it gets Earthquake, Brick Break, Double Edge, Hammer Arm, this Iron Head, Power Up Punch. This thing could beat Rock Slide crazy good. as a physical attacker, and I've not actually tried it as one, so I'm going to actually make a promise now that once this moveset video comes out, I am going to do something with a physical attacking Miltank. Never do special because of no. But yeah, that is the effing cow Miltank set, these two here, and this is the other defensive variant that other people like to use. Not tried it. It could be good. It's never worked against me. I've always found it easier to counter. If I came up against one of these sets and I knew it was this set, I would be terrified because I know how bad this Miltank can be. It's make people quit in OU. You'll have seen throughout the video when I've been talking and like not clicking on anything to do with these three. I've been showing a couple bits of footage about Miltank and how it could just force people to forfeit, and I've had it in OU, in RU, in NU, and it doesn't. The good thing is, like, when I was trying to get the footage to find the Miltank being useful, it didn't take long, because it's one of those Pokemon that it can have that key role in every battle. That's the good thing about this Miltank set, and this Miltank set. Not this one. Goodbye. So yeah, I recommend you give this Miltank set a try, and if you think it's good, let me know. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.